What's up with it, world? We got another one kind of like the other one. Long awaited, most hated. This is Bigheaded Table Talk. I am your co-host with the most, your player partner, Busy Mac and the handicapped assassin. And you already know my other brother.
Hey man, what's poppin' with it? It's your boy Bigheaded. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because it lets you know when we drop, man. Now, in today's episode, Busy, I actually want to start it off with a lot of these people in Stockton, man. They in gangs and they basically working with the police department, taking their own gang members down, man, on the low, and they getting paid for it. And I want to get your opinion of this. I don't know if you heard anything about this or
no. That shit, like you said, it's going on everywhere. It's not just Stockton, but yeah, that's in our own backyard, man. Yeah. Our own homies coming up telling everybody, just telling on everybody, and I don't even get it, you know.
Yeah, and me, I think that it's kind of crazy to me because you got these people providing the drugs to these youngsters. So you got people that's 17, 16, still in high school. They putting them on the hood, and then they giving them the drugs, and then basically telling the police department like, "Hey, he gonna drive away with such and such and such," and letting them get busted. Man. You know what I mean? And I think about it to myself, and I say, man, that ain't cool. You feel me? Like at one point, y'all should figure out what's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why you need to carry on this type of behavior. And though you're getting paid from the police department, I understand, like, if you really want to be a help in the community, you know what I mean? If you really want to try to change something, go to college and get a degree and be a counselor, you know?
No, there's other outlets than just, you know what I'm saying, gangbanging. And people choose that easy route just to gangbang and shit. And when I was, like you said, when we were growing up, we had big homies, you know what I'm saying, leading us on the right path to not do stupid shit like that.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? You do that shit on your own, but they're not going to lead us to go, you know what I'm saying, be crash dummies and shit. But nowadays, they're teaching them backwards, you know what I mean? They're setting them up for failure, like I'm saying, giving them drugs, you know what I'm saying, and telling on them or whatever, just putting them in fucked up predicaments, knowing damn well they didn't make it nowhere, going through the same, you know what I'm saying, advice that they're giving.
And then a lot of these people that these youngsters are looking up to, right? They ain't never caught no bodies for the hood.
Dropouts, all types of shit.
Yeah, they dropouts and shit. They ain't never caught no bodies for the hood. They was really, around when shit happened, but like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to putting in work for the hood, man, it's people that's not here no more, rest in peace, that they looking up to. You know what I mean? So it just kind of baffles me how people live off other people's name.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And they're sitting there like a damn, using the younger generations as little puppets and shit. And they just fuck their whole life up, give them, you know what I'm saying, felonies, bad backgrounds, and, you know what I'm saying, fuck their whole life up. They can't get jobs, so they're gangbanging the rest of their life and don't have no way out and shit.
But you know what I actually want to bring up next too is so it's a lot of people, man, like we be doing our little thing, we be doing our little podcast, we be doing our little music, and it's a lot of people that you see hating, right?
Yeah, facts. That's just everywhere.
Everywhere, even on us, right? And I think to myself,
family, everybody hates
your family, your homies, the close homies that we done put on, we done made them money, and this world's about money. So it be tripping me out because here I am 10, 12 years ago, 8 years ago, putting people on, and they got something to say about me and B, you know what I'm saying? Me and Beezy, man. And I don't know if they expected me and you to fall out or whatever, but it's like, nah, we gonna keep rocking. But it's just weird how we hear all these little weird comments like, they doing this podcast and man, they doing this and doing that. Like, I look at it like this, bro. We gonna always keep rocking, right? And me and you know how to elevate, right?
And I just look at it like this. They got to keep that same energy because, like you said, they be in on our face, smiles and pumping us up, and we love what you do, keep doing what you do. But behind closed doors and in the background, they sitting there, oh, them fools ain't getting nowhere. They don't do this and they don't do that.
Facts.
But we're the only one really trying to do something and stand on something. You know what I mean?
And
stand on what we believe in.
You hear a lot of hate from these people, and I think to myself, like, where does the hate come from when we try to incorporate you in the mix? We tried to give you guys an opportunity to express yourself. The thing is that a lot of people think that hate is gonna get them where they need to go.
Facts, and that's too bad. That's real too bad nowadays. Like, negativity's high. Like,
not facts.
People thriving on negativity. That shit ain't getting you nowhere. For real, that shit ain't getting me nowhere half my life, and I had to switch shit up.
And I ain't never hated on no man. If I seen a person pull up, you got a person like Champ, rest in peace, right?
Rest in peace.
So Champ, rest in peace, man. He used to pull up at Tommy House, man. You know what I mean? He used to have his bikes, old school cars. You know what I mean? And you know what I used to say to him?
Like you said, the OGs that was leading us
well,
right.
He wasn't that older than us. He was like our age bracket. But I'm saying, like, I used to say, bro, keep it up. I'm trying to see you pull up in a Ferrari. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see you with a mansion. I'm not here to hate. And when motherfuckers want to spread hate, bro, I feel like that just brings you down in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to spread positivity. It's like you can't be snaking these people because they trying to get out the box and do something different. Like everybody can't stay the same all their life.
And I'm just saying, stand up on what you believe in. You really hate us, then really hate us when you're in our face and shit. Tell me how you really feel.
Referencing us? Yeah, like referencing us.
And anybody, really.
Yeah, but I'm saying like us. Like if you want to hate us, because you got a certain select few people want to say
word.
certain
Hate's
shit.
a big word, so you got to really stand on that shit.
And you got people that's also going off of other people's names, like people talking about us or saying that we did this and we did that to them when we didn't really do that. It's like we was here to give everybody opportunity, and now y'all following another motherfucker word.
And by giving,
you don't even know the story.
Facts. And by us giving all them people opportunity, we was throwing our own opportunities in the back of our, you know what I'm saying, the background, trying to put other people on. We see potential in other people, so we want the whole team to win, not just us. And it's like other people didn't see that, man.
Yeah, and you got a lot of people that'll show up and fuck with us, right? And then they don't do what they supposed to do, and they get mad because we call them out on it. It's like, what is we really supposed to do? Is we supposed to be quiet? Like we ain't supposed to say nothing? Like you pull up, you just want to chill and shit. You ain't doing your job. Is we supposed to just be cool? So it's like snake friends, bro. It's like, and then when they leave and they gone, they tell other people, hey, don't fuck with them. They didn't did me wrong. Don't fuck with Beezy. He over here hating on me. And
when we know how to keep innovating, they just know how to, you know what I'm saying, leech off the next person and stay on that, riding that coattail. But we tell them to do something themselves and they crumble under pressure. So I don't see it. No.
So I look at it, Mac, and I say like this, bro. Just keep the hate, keep all that sucker shit, all that shit to a minimal. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see something in you, if BZ Mac sees something in you, or you know what, let's talk about the world in general, right? If somebody sees something in you, man, listen to them, man. They think you can be great, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit as what it is. Don't think you could be the fucking boss. Don't think you gotta overtalk this nigga. Don't think you could show up with nothing because he said you great. You know what I'm saying? Just because I said you great don't mean you could show up with nothing. You know what I mean? And then you go tell other people, oh, they ain't shit. They did me like this. They did. No, you did yourself like that. You know what I mean? But people could take it how they want to, and they know how I'm coming with it, right? They know. They already know how I get down. So
we're just putting this shit on the table, man. It's table talk. There'll be a lot of talk behind the table, man. We just keeping it real.
Yeah, for sure. But what else you got up for us, P? Run it, man.
Man, we got your boy Eminem, man. He's sending a cease and desist letter to President candidate Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? Ramsey, what's his name?
I don't know who the fuck.
Giuliani. Nah, Ramen.
What happened though? The cease and desist letter was for what?
Yeah, because he's using Eminem's music and Eminem wasn't fucking supporting him, so he's like, you better stop using my music in your presidential races and shit.
Yeah, that's some weirdo shit. Nigga, I would have sent that same shit. I made this music not for you, Pop. For me.
He's like, they're singing the palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms
Get
and
the
heavy.
fuck out of here. Hey, Terrence Crawford just walked out to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, don't be trying to.
Everybody's trying to piggyback off Eminem, man.
Don't try to ride the motherfucking wave, nah.
So this is my big-headed jackass of the day, man.
Yeah, my nigga.
You gotta be more original than that. Write your own rhyme if you think you're Eminem and shit. Like,
hey, my nigga M ain't finna go for that. Why does M have to go for that, nigga? He already done made a bag.
That's
don't gotta
the rap
go for that
god.
shit.
Like he said, he ain't playing that shit.
Facts, P.
And he probably don't even agree with what you're talking about, all that shit. And you're gonna use his music, like.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's my big-headed jackass of the day, man. I wanted to get that out there, man.
Facts though, but
shout out M and all that too.
Shout out to M and all that. You know what I want to talk about next, man? That Proud Boy Joe, what's his name, Moses or something like that.
Yeah,
basically,
I heard about that.
Yeah, this nigga basically got 17 years for running into the White House, and I want to know.
And that's crazy as fuck.
Yo, Joe Biggs. I said Joe Moses. Joe Moses is a rapper. Hey. Shout
out Joe Moses.
Hey, shout out to Joe Moses for real. That's a Damu too. But Joe Biggs, what I'm talking about, Pete.
Yeah, man. This is some crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
So they only found one white guy want to give him life out of how many? That was like
they got a lot of
300, 400 people running around. More probably. And they picked out one white dude out the whole motherfucker and said, give that motherfucker life.
I think Joe Biggs was the truth, though. No disrespect to none of them other ones.
Free Joe Biggs, man.
Hey, I think Joe Biggs was the truth because they only go towards the big ones. So I think Joe Biggs was the matter of fact. He was the one in front. He was in front of all the other white boys inside.
What
the
about that fucking Viking dude? That fool looks scarier than all the other fools. Like
who? Which one?
The Viking helmet dude with the shirt off, the fucking Sparta type shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of motherfuckers out there with that shit for real. hell, bro.
Nah, but they got, like you said, so good cameras. They zooming in, pinpointing everybody. Like, there's gonna be more to come. Probably. I hope he's not the only one getting life, man.
Yeah,
because that's some bullshit.
But you can't really put no mask on your face, right?
Bro, I seen everybody had their face painted and shit. Everybody had their face painted, and it was like it was crazy.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work. This is 2022, 2020. Like, we already way too far. The technology hella good. They zoom the camera in your eye and figure out who the fuck you is.
Like you said, in China, they got face descriptions. Say if you're really a male or female, your age, all that crazy shit.
China will use your eye. They only need the eye. That's what I'm saying.
No, like you're saying, all the people moving.
They're already using. I know what you're talking about.
Traffic ones.
They're already using the retina.
Oh no, yeah, they got all that new shit.
That's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, we still on thumbprints to see if that's you. Like, the police pull you over, they be like, let me see your thumbprint. All right.
No, they're trying to bring all that shit over here. You can already feel it.
But the reason why it slowed up is because we've been going against China a lot lately. So all the technologies and shit like that,
that shit slowed down.
Yeah, so the China's like,
they're
fuck
way
y'all.
ahead of us.
China's like, fuck y'all niggas. Then you know what China been doing? Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just buy all the motherfucking agricultural land. Fuck it.
Facts. They have hella agricultural land over here.
And it's smart for them. We already talked about this, but it's like we always say, it's smart to take over any food source to any other. You know, obviously they got the right food source though, because hell of they kids in China go to college,
send them to America for college and shit.
Fuck, they all smart as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like I always say, and I'm gonna break this down right now. I feel like being racist, bro, like towards a race or what color you are, I feel like that shit dumb. I'm gonna say that again.
You know, that shit don't get us nowhere. I've been trying to say that, like,
nah, cause I got a Chinese homie, bro, right?
His name Walter. Races,
his name Walter though, right? And he hella cool. He lived down the street, a couple blocks, whatever. But I met him when I was working out. And you know what I noticed about Walter, bro? This motherfucker, bro, he know everything. Like, he be trying to do computer coding, build YouTube accounts, pages, Google pages. Like, he trying to build us a little Bigheaded page right now. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm trying to learn how to do it, so I'll do it for free. I want to use y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hell yeah.
But I was like, bro, look at they fucking drive. So it's like, you can't judge somebody on what color they is. That shit make no fucking sense, bro.
And that's too common nowadays.
Yeah, and a lot of motherfuckers, like, at jobs, they look at you like, okay, he this color, he that color. And I remember back in the day, and Donald Trump's right. Right? And that's what I'm going to say. Back in the day, man, it used to be like the hard-working motherfuckers who used to win, right? The truck drivers, the construction workers, the people that really wanted to work hard and really dedicate themselves to. And now when you got other people coming here breaking down borders, right, or sneaking through the borders, and you got New York and, like, you know, the New York riots, the protester riots, like, they're protesting because basically they're paying out their own pocket, you know, for people to live in senior citizen homes, for people to live in hotels, right? And it'll frustrate anyone, you know? Why do we need to pay for all these different people? And I actually want to get your opinion on that too.
No, speaking of that, like, with the race thing, going back to the race thing first, like, why do you think they let Trump out, but they let his other co-defendant, Harrison Floyd, still remain in there? That they took everybody else out?
Probably money, or
he didn't have enough money to bail himself out on,
or he's the fall guy. You know, everybody. You know how it works.
Yeah, well, that's fucked.
Every single organization, crime has to have a fall guy.
Yeah, man. Well, free Harrison Floyd. But what was the second question you asked? My bad.
You lost me. Damn, you made me.
My bad.
Yeah, you made me get lost inside this shit. But the New York people, right? So they're in New York and they have to pay tax money for the immigrants to come from Cuba, Colombia, Mexico, and they have to pay their taxpayer dollars to house these people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to get your opinion on that. Actually, like, do you feel like that's okay? First off,
well, I can't really disagree because they've been living like that forever. Like, New York's been like the real hub where everybody comes in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes they stay there, sometimes they move around, but it's so big, like, there's a lot of people stay there. But I get it. It's kind of getting overcrowded now, so it's like they got to control that shit, like how many people are coming in and out. But I don't know, like, how they was going to do it. Like you said, they're going to have to tighten up the borders, and that's going to be another big old thing, like, because people are still trying to come over here for refuge and just to be safe from all these other war-torn countries and shit. So it's like,
do you agree with spending your taxpayer dollars on housing people that are not from here?
I don't agree with that. No.
I don't agree with that. And that's the easy way to answer the question. I don't feel like it's okay for New Yorkers to have to basically cough up the cost of immigrants living for free. You know,
but a lot of that's their families too. Still coming.
What do you mean by that?
Like their family, they're still probably trying to bring their family over here too if they got people outside the country.
But don't you feel like there's a reason why they have to fill out all this paperwork and get over here legally?
No, yeah, for sure you should have to do that. Because there's a lot of murderers and rapists entering the country, fugitives, like I'm saying, worldwide fugitive drug smuggling, all types of shit. Like,
yeah.
So you really got to go through all that paperwork and shit. Like
I'm just saying, like if it was your taxpayer dollars, like if you had to
I
go
agree for sure.
Yeah, like if you had to go from $20 in taxes to $50 in taxes because you had to help pay for, would you like that? Shit, I don't feel like any of this is okay, and I feel like these New Yorkers, even though you have these people like Curtis Silva, right? Basically, he's leading these type of protests. He's an activist, and he's been arrested a lot of times, and he feels like standing up for this and that. And I understand where he's going with it, right? One thing I don't agree with him is that you have to take an equal approach to every situation, right? It's just like back in the show when I said, hey, all these people we were talking about bad, I still fuck with them all. I still love them all. Like, I'm going to take an equal approach.
We wasn't talking bad about it. We're just being real, putting that shit on the table.
I take it to where another person, or the common person without any brains, though, right? They're going to take it as they were talking bad about them, right? So no matter what, I mean, I understand what you mean. Of course he wasn't. I wasn't talking bad about nobody. I was stating
why
facts.
I didn't even want to acknowledge it at all. But
you got common brain motherfuckers that'll be like, oh, they're dissing them and talking bad. No, we're stating facts because I hear a lot of bullshit, right? And it comes back to me, right?
Sure.
And because they know, like, okay, he's the one that does everything, and he's the one that's putting this shit together, so like we could talk about him, right? And at first, in my face, they put it on you, right? They be like, oh, he keeps cutting me off, dumb shit. So it's just the best part is to be able to say I'm looking at it from both point of views.
You got to.
So I feel like the New Yorkers, same situation. Let's get back to it.
I had to look for both sides, like you said.
Yeah, and I feel like I wouldn't want to pay taxpayer dollars on anybody else, you know? I want to make sure everything's 50-50, and I want to make sure we're being honest, and we can say what we want to say, express what we want to express, be who we're going to be, and not get any backlash over it.
For real, for being ourselves and speaking our real mind and shit.
You know? And there's a lot of people that can't say what they want to say or feel like they're being politically blocked because
all
they
the
can't.
Time.
You know? So we can't allow that anymore.
Even on every platform I'm on, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the good thing about Rimble. They're coming out with that new one. Is it Rimble?
I don't know.
It's one of them. Yeah, it's called Rimble or whatever. But I
can't trust none of this shit.
But they're coming out with a new one like YouTube where you can basically say what the fuck you want to say, you know? But
I thought Trump had one that you could do that shit. But
I thought when dude took over Twitter again, who was that?
It's called X now or some shit.
Who took it over?
Twitter, Elon Musk.
Yeah, I thought when Elon Musk took it over, you was about to be able to say whatever you say, and then say whatever you want to say.
He had to sign to some type of, you know what I'm saying, agreement to keep
that shit bullshit, bro.
To keep it how it was. He probably only got to change the name and shit.
Yeah, but I like to give an equal standpoint on each situation, and I'll say that you know, long story short, the New York people, they ain't wrong. I'm not trying to pay no motherfucking taxes.
Nah, New York is so crowded, like it's bad over there. So like they got to get a hold on that soon for sure.
Hell yeah!
Shout out everybody in New York for real, man.
Facts. Let's run it.
What else we got? Your boy Gucci, man. You ain't hear about Gucci Mane buying CMG for $23 million.
That's CMG's a good buy.
Going through RICO Act.
Well, see, CMG, yeah, they've been well. That's Yo Gotti, correct?
Yeah, so
Yo Gotti went and bought the ops. But he buys a lot of he signs a lot of street motherfucking gang lord type of motherfuckers. So that's kind of Yo Gotti fault, man. You know what I'm saying? They going through a little RICO shit.
Yeah, so he bought.
It's called Cocaine. It's called Cocaine Music Group.
Yeah, man. So they getting indicted. They getting on the RICO Act for, like you said, being drug trafficking or whatever, money laundering or whatever.
Drug trafficking, money laundering. And I said bought at first. You're right, bought. Yeah, he bought them niggas.
And they're all going through the murder for Dolph too. Like they're all being indicted for the murder of Dolph, man.
They did it.
Shout out, man. R.I.P.
Allegedly, but.
So that I shout out to Gucci, man. For
And then
going
there's too
by
many
the
police YouTubers that's putting together too many pages.
sure.
That's like putting it together, like
putting
damn.
everybody's paperwork out.
God damn, they did do it. Like nigga got me convinced now. Like what the fuck? And what you think the police department think? They don't even gotta do no work.
No,
No
they
more.
just sit back and watch these niggas telling themselves.
My mama, nigga, that's the truth too. What you just said.
Man, shout out Big Gooch.
But
man.
it was a good buy
For sure, man.
because it's
Slap him in the face, man.
it's like he did it before Snoop Dogg bought Death Row. You know, Snoop Dogg waited way
Nah,
too
but he
long.
did it to diss Yo Gotti though. That's like
But it was you know what
the
what was
biggest
better.
disrespect.
You know what was better? Because at least he did it to where the label's still hot, so he could still sign artists and get money off of it.
For
Death
sure.
Row, Snoop Dogg is having a hard. If you look at the music thing, the little music Tribune and shit.
Yeah.
Basically, Snoop Dogg is having a hard time even hiring artists because Death Row has been so old and stepped on and looked bad that he can't even get no motherfucking talent.
But I see a lot of people saying they're signed from Death Row and shit. I got a Death Row chain. I got a Death Row chain.
No, but they're like hood like
Sponsors.
no like people from the
trophies?
hood. No, like people from the ghetto, like this, like you know, close to Snoop. You know, I don't want to put too much out there, but you know, like your homies.
Yeah.
Not like real like rappers that's gonna be something. There's never been a rapper. You seen Snoopy Badass and
Yeah,
all
that's
them
what I'm
people.
saying.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That was your only example, please?
Nah, but I seen a couple other ones. Where I'm trying to.
Because that's
think
the
of their
only
name.
person I seen, Snoopy Badass. And Snoopy Badass, you know, he's like a
Nah, and that one fool, he's a little white freestyler. His name's I think he's from Florida.
what's his name?
Rax. Little white guy, Rax.
And I'm gonna let the viewers hear that too. I ain't never heard of no Rax, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
nah,
you hear it though.
Yeah.
And you said Snoopy Badass. Snoopy Badass is famous from what? No Jumper. His interview. That's why he's blowing up right now. Nothing else makes
That's
Snoopy
what I'm
Badass.
saying.
We
I never
never
knew.
knew him before.
I never knew he was signed to Death Row.
We never knew him before that. That nigga was
Snoopy
trash.
Badass, I thought he signed to Boosie and shit.
I thought Snoopy Badass was a Crip Blood. I seen him on the show before a long time ago, 6 years ago, and he had a red rag and a blue rag tied together, and
They said he was a blood. They said he was a Crip.
I
back
know,
in
and
the-
he had that out of his back pocket. He had both color rags. I remember that shit.
Yeah, they said he used to be a Crip.
I
Allegedly.
don't care what he used to be. I'm just saying he used to be like I'm a this and that, whatever with the oops, but nigga, that's the
Yeah,
truth.
man.
I don't lie.
Shout out to everybody we just said though, man.
Hell yeah! Shout out to everybody, man, and thank y'all for rocking with us on another episode, man.
For
It's your boy
real.
Big Gotti, man.
Busy Mac and the handicap assassin.
Hell yeah, man. Until the next one, man. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and get that money, man.
Let's get it.